Sometimes, to find the precious peace you deserve at 60 years old, you do not need to do anything extra. You just need the courage to let go of the toxic relationships around you. Turning 60 is not just about marking time. It is a doorway, a chance for you to choose how you want to live the most beautiful part of your remaining life. When your health becomes more fragile, time feels more limited, and your soul grows increasingly sensitive, peace becomes a treasure more valuable than anything else. But peace does not simply appear on its own. It requires conscious choices and sometimes even the bravery to let go. One of the most important ways to protect that sense of peace is learning to keep your distance from people who could destroy it. Not everyone deserves to walk this path with you. There are people who, despite their friendly appearance, silently drain your positive energy, leaving your mind constantly on edge, worried and uneasy. In today's video, I am going to show you how to recognize the types of people most dangerous to your peace of mind in your later years. Even better, I will guide you on how to protect yourself smartly and gracefully without needing conflict or confrontation. Before we dive in, take a moment to leave a positive affirmation in the comments like, "I deserve to live in peace every single day," or any beautiful wish you are holding in your heart. And do not forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel so we can build a strong, happy and vibrant community together. Ready? Let's get started. 1. People who do not respect your boundaries. At 60 years old, we no longer need to bend over backward to please everyone. After decades of experiencing life's highs and lows, the most precious thing you must protect is the freedom to think for yourself and the right to live true to your own values. However, there is one type of person you must learn to keep your distance from: those who do not respect your personal boundaries. They might show up under the disguise of caring, of being family, or in relationships that seem close, but underneath they impose themselves on you, subtly invading your life. They claim to know you better than you know yourself, constantly interfering and making decisions for you, even in the smallest matters. They say they only want what is best for you, but in reality, they are stripping away your most basic human right, the freedom to choose. If you often hear comments like, "Why are you doing that?" or "Do not think that way, just listen to me," or "At your age, why bother?" it is time to stop and take a serious look. A truly good relationship lifts you up, respects you, and makes you feel valued, not doubtful of yourself or worthless. No one, no matter how much they love you, has the right to decide how you should live out your remaining years. Peace does not come from trying to meet other people's expectations. It comes from standing up for yourself and protecting the sacred, seemingly fragile boundaries that are uniquely yours. So how should you deal with these kinds of people? The answer is simple, yet incredibly challenging. Learn to say no, clearly, calmly, and firmly. You do not need to raise your voice or argue. A simple, straightforward line will do: "Thank you for your concern, but I will make this decision myself." Or, "I appreciate your opinion, but I would like to follow my own way." At first, this might make you feel guilty or uncomfortable. But remember, each time you stand up for your boundaries, you plant a seed of peace and freedom within your soul. You deserve to live fully as yourself without needing permission, without second-guessing your choices. When you courageously establish your boundaries, the people who truly love you will respect them. They will understand that love is not about control. It is about companionship and complete respect. As for those who cannot accept your independence, let them quietly exit your life, just like gently closing a door to preserve your own clear and peaceful sky. 2. People who belittle your dreams and feelings. At 60 years old, there are plenty of people who might say, "You should just settle down now. At your age, why bother?" Or, "Why exhaust yourself with learning, exploring, or changing?" It might sound like caring advice, but deep down, it becomes an invisible cage, silently choking the joy out of your life. Dreams are not a privilege reserved for the young. Feelings do not just dry up the moment we cross some imaginary line in life. In fact, It is the new dreams, fresh experiences, and the things that make your heart race with excitement that keep your soul forever young. When others belittle your aspirations, they are not just stealing a small joy. They are snuffing out the last glowing embers, the brilliant sparks that could light up your journey through your golden years. Maybe you want to learn a new skill, start a new hobby, travel to places you have never been, or simply challenge yourself with something you once thought was not for you. That is your right. Dreams have no expiration date. No one has the right to decide which dreams are suitable for you. Living in an environment where every small dream is mocked, denied, or belittled will eventually make you shrink back, causing you to lose the liveliest part of yourself. Growing older then turns into a silent endurance, filled with regret over things left undone. To protect your inner peace, you must give yourself permission to believe in your dreams, no matter how small or odd they seem. Choose to live the life your heart calls for. Protect those raw, genuine emotions, whether others understand them or not. Always remember, passion, excitement for the new, is the fountain of youth for the soul. No matter how many birthdays you have celebrated, there is no need for loud declarations or trying to prove anything to anyone. Just quietly, every day, do what you love. Light up your inner world, bit by bit. Whether it is learning a new dance, painting a few pictures, tending a small garden, or even starting to write those diary pages you never thought you would. At 60, living fully with your dreams is not selfish. It is a wholehearted, courageous, and profoundly human way to live. And through that, you will become a little beacon, inspiring your children, grandchildren, and everyone around you. Life at any age is still worth dreaming about, loving deeply, and holding on to hope. 3 people who try to control your life. Some relationships wear the mask of care and protection. They often tell you, "I am only doing this for your own good." But behind those sweet words lies a subtle form of control, slowly stripping away your autonomy. In the name of love, they start making decisions for you: what you should eat, what you should wear, even where you should live, who you should be friends with, and how you should enjoy your retirement. They map out a so-called safe and reasonable life plan, expecting you to follow it. And if you do not, you are labeled stubborn or ungrateful. The danger is that this control does not happen loudly or aggressively. It seeps in quietly, causing you to gradually lose confidence in your ability to decide and take responsibility for yourself. One day you might suddenly realize that everything you are doing is based on someone else's wishes, not your own heart. 60 years old is not the end of your freedom. It is the time to live your most authentic life. You do not need anyone else sketching out your life path again. Everything you have lived through for decades is more than enough for you to know what suits you best. You have the right to live your life your way, without asking for permission or waiting for approval. Rejecting control does not mean rejecting love. It simply affirms that you deserve to live a meaningful life on your own terms. You have the right to say, "I want, I choose, I decide," without carrying guilt or fear of disappointing anyone when someone tries to impose their will on you. Remember, inner freedom is one of the most precious treasures at this stage of life. Protecting that freedom is protecting your happiness, your peace, and your dignity. Walk firmly down the path you have chosen. Believe that at any age, a life you write yourself will always be more beautiful than any mold someone else tries to force you into. 4 people who constantly criticize and dismiss your way of life. Some wounds cannot be seen by the naked eye, but they leave deep scars on the soul. One of the most painful wounds comes from being criticized and having your way of life dismissed by people you once trusted. At 60 years old, you have been through enough ups and downs to appreciate the true value of experience, emotions, and the lingering dreams still alive in your heart. Yet there are people who, instead of honoring those things, choose to belittle them. They mock you for starting a new hobby, sneer when you dare to try something different, and turn cold when you express your truest feelings. To them, everything you do seems either inappropriate, unnecessary, or worse. something to quietly laugh at behind your back. Those offhand comments and contemptuous glances which might seem harmless at first can actually be devastating. If you are not careful, you may start doubting yourself. The hobbies that once brought you joy suddenly feel awkward. The ideas that once made your heart race are tucked away for fear of judgment. Little by little, the vibrant fire within you gets extinguished by the coldness and indifference of those who do not deserve a place in your life. You need to understand this clearly. Your feelings, your hobbies, the small joys you find each day. They all have immense value. They are essential parts of who you are. No one, absolutely no one, has the right to mock or dismiss them just because their own thinking is limited. The best way to deal with these people is not to argue or try to prove anything. Listen if you want, but never let their judgments define how you see yourself. You do not need validation from those who cannot see the unique beauty within you. Your value is not measured by the opinions of others, but by the unwavering trust and belief you place in yourself. Choose your companions carefully. Spend your precious time with those who make you feel respected, heard and accepted for who you are. 60 years old is not the time to shrink your dreams to fit into other people's expectations. This is the time you deserve to live fully, believing that every emotion, every passion, and every experience you hold is valuable and meaningful. 5 people who are dishonest and two-faced. There are some people who on the surface behave kindly and sweetly, making you believe that you are cherished and respected. But the moment you turn your back, they are the very ones spreading false rumors, twisting the truth, and tarnishing your image in front of others. Around these people, you will quickly realize one thing: you can never truly feel safe. Even in moments when they laugh and chat with you, there is a lingering unease, a sense that you are being watched and silently judged. You have to measure every word, carefully weigh every action, because one small misstep can instantly become fuel for their distorted stories behind your back. At 60 years old, these kinds of psychological games have no place in your life anymore. You have lived enough to understand that not every smiling face is genuine, and not every kind word is sincere, and you deserve better than that. You deserve relationships that are honest, simple, and free from pretense or hidden agendas. Losing trust in someone you once called a friend or family member is painful, but clinging to toxic relationships is even more painful. Every betrayal of trust shuts another door within your soul. Every discovery of deceit weakens your heart's ability to love and connect with sincerity. Protect yourself with a simple but powerful approach. Create distance. There is no need for confrontation, no need to expose anyone. Just quietly step back and gradually move away from relationships that force you to stay guarded and on edge. True friendship does not require constant vigilance, and genuine affection never demands you wear a mask to survive. Cherish those who may not be sweet-talking or polished, but who are always honest and sincere with you, because that kind of straightforwardness, even if clumsy at times, is the solid foundation of relationships worth keeping. Life at 60 is far too short to waste on meaningless dramas. Save these precious years for those who bring you peace, those who let you be fully yourself without fear or hesitation. That is the most valuable gift you can give yourself. When you are brave enough to let go of fake relationships and keep your inner world clean and true, some people may call you cold or selfish. But the truth is, protecting your peace has never been an act of selfishness. On the contrary, it is the highest form of responsibility you can take for your own life. Living peacefully is not about running away from reality or hiding out of fear. It is about knowing what is good for you and having the strength to choose the path that leads to serenity rather than getting swept up in unnecessary chaos. It is the courage to say no to what no longer fits, making space for simple joys, for genuine connections, for quiet moments where your heart still beats joyfully. If you do not love and protect yourself, no one else can do it for you. No one else truly understands the silent wounds you carry or the values you fiercely protect. Loving yourself does not mean shutting others out. It means knowing where to draw the line so that no one can harm the peace you have spent a lifetime building. And more than anything, inner peace is the greatest legacy you can pass on to the next generation. The image of an older person who is calm, strong, and wise becomes a silent but powerful source of inspiration for their children and grandchildren. They will see in you a living testament that life at any age can still be full, free, and joyful. You do not need lengthy explanations or justifications. True peace shines on its own, quietly but firmly, silently yet powerfully. Only when you love yourself enough and cherish your own journey will you be able to radiate that warm, steady energy to everyone you love. Protecting your peace is not selfishness. It is a declaration of self-respect, maturity, and deep love for the life that you have been blessed to live. Peace, once you truly cherish it, must be guarded like a precious treasure. And the journey to protect that peace starts with carefully choosing the relationships you allow into your life. No need for loud arguments or dramatic confrontations, just a quiet but powerful process of filtering. The very first step you need to take is to thoughtfully set clear, non-negotiable standards for the people you wish to keep within your personal life circle. They absolutely do not need to be perfect, nor should you expect them to agree with you on every topic, every choice, or every dream you pursue. After all, differences are natural and healthy. However, what they must bring into your life are unwavering feelings of respect, heartfelt sincerity, and a genuine sense of peace. Respect is essential, so you never have to hold back when expressing your opinions, sharing your feelings, or passionately following the things you truly love. You deserve to speak and act freely without walking on eggshells. Sincerity is crucial so that you do not have to live burdened by constant suspicion, questioning the authenticity behind every word spoken or gesture made toward you. And peace is perhaps the most important of all, because every meeting, every conversation should be something that gently soothes your soul and uplifts your spirit, rather than leaving you weighed down by sadness, unease, or hidden resentment. Once you carry these heartfelt standards firmly in your heart, you will find that changes in your relationships unfold very naturally, almost effortlessly. There is no need for heated arguments, no need for dramatic confrontations or hurtful accusations. Quietly and with great grace, you will simply begin to lessen the time and energy you invest in those who consistently leave you feeling drained, pressured, insignificant, or small whenever you are around them. Do not feel guilty when you start spending less time with relationships that no longer serve you. Protecting your emotional well-being is not just a right, it is a responsibility. Emotions are the foundation of physical health, mental clarity, and the quality of life you experience every single day. When your soul is cared for, your body responds with strength, your mind becomes clearer, and life feels lighter and more fulfilling. The journey of refining your relationships is not a path of loneliness. It is a journey of growth and self-love. You are not abandoning anyone. You are simply choosing to stay close to what is truly worthy, ensuring that every moment you live is filled with completeness and serenity. At 60 years old, the greatest gift you can give yourself is a life surrounded by kind, sincere relationships. A life where every morning you can wake up and smile peacefully, knowing that your heart is encircled by exactly the right people, and only those people. Life is already too short to waste on holding on to half-hearted relationships, connections that only bring insecurity and pain. At this age, you no longer need to fill the empty spaces with noisy crowds. What you need is simplicity in your soul, those quiet, genuine moments of peace, shared with just a few companions, or sometimes just with yourself. Choosing to live peacefully is a brave journey. Daring to say no to toxic relationships is a loving act toward yourself. And having the courage to walk alone when necessary, that is not loneliness. That is the most beautiful declaration of freedom you can offer yourself for the life ahead. You will see that once those invisible burdens are lifted, every day becomes lighter. Mornings will greet you with a clear, relaxed mind. Afternoons will allow you to savor the golden sunlight. Evenings will be spent quietly with a cup of tea, feeling your heart gently smile. A peaceful life is not measured by the number of friends you have, the parties you attend, or the hollow compliments you receive. It is found in that deep sense of serenity that comes from being truly yourself, without defense, without the exhausting effort to please anyone else. If you also believe that peace at 60 is more valuable than anything else, leave a heart emoji in the comments. It will be a silent but powerful commitment to yourself that you are ready to choose a life filled with peace, happiness, and wholeness every day. And do not forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel so we can walk this journey together, building a life in our golden years, free of regrets, full of gratitude, joy, and the lasting peace that comes from deep within.